Hilarious. She on the Breakfast Club. What, and I'm going to give you the details about the Lauren, Jess Hilarious, DJ Envy, Charlamagne. I'm going to give you all the details about this dynamic. Now, let's go back. Y'all already know Angela Yee, she had announced that she was leaving the Breakfast Club and she started her own show. So that opened up a third chair. The woman's gone with a third chair. So what the Breakfast Club did for about a year or two, they auditioned guest hosts to the Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious was on the guest host her, and she did so well that they offered her a position at the Breakfast Club to be the third chair. Then shortly after that, she announced that she was pregnant. She got pregnant, and she had to leave on paternity leave, and then that's when Lauren started to show up. Lauren started to show up. Lauren had the topics together. Now, Just Hilarious, she was doing a segment just with the mess, but she didn't know how to read. They gave her a piece of paper, she messing up all the words. So they gave it all, and she just did not do good. So Lauren would help her on the segment. And she did not mess up the words. She knew how to read. She knew how to do the show. So everybody was like, Lauren need to stay. And everybody kept saying Lauren need to stay all over the comments. Now, Jess Hilarious, she went live last night on Instagram and she started going off. She started going off about the whole situation that it was a third person. Nobody told her that Lauren was going to come on. Why is Lauren on this show? During my segment, she felt like it's talks that's going on with other hosts and nobody's communicating with her. And that it was just a bad thing all around. Then she said that hosts that was on the show, people was telling her, she was like, people was in her ear saying that you've been replaced. Now, Corey Holcomb came out and said that Jess Hilarious is trash, that she's not good. She got replaced with somebody better than her. And Jess was like, I the one that picked her to be on the show. I was the one that picked her to be on this show. And it seemed like they having her as a fourth person. So now let's fast forward to today. Jess Hilarious on the show, The Breakfast Club, and they having this whole conversation, and she was going off, and DJ Envy was like, well, I told you, is everything all right? You know what I'm saying? If it's not, speak up. And she was like, y'all know what's going on. And then she was even crying on the scene. I saw her crying and stuff. So obviously it's an issue with Jess Hilarious and the whole entire, just the whole dynamic with her in the Breakfast Club. Because she went live, she said that she's going live, she's going to be talking about it. She went live, she talked about it, and it became news. The thing that I feel that Jess Hilarious should understand, that you're not the boss. I'm going to say it again. The thing that Jess Hilarious needs to understand, you ain't the owner. Them white folks can bring whoever they want to bring up on that platform. You don't control it. If they want to bring 16 hosts on there, eat that, get that check, or be gone. Okay? Eat that or be gone. And I'm just being 100% real. If you know that you couldn't get along with Lauren, express it, put your 2-week notice in, and leave. But coming to us on the internet, having us to have some type of sympathy for you, for what? You getting paid real good. You getting shelter. You're not on the street. You blessed. And you having a temper tantrum because a higher up have put Lauren in that seat. See, that's what you ain't talking about. Put her in the seat. a higher up, put Lauren in that seat. So you crying and you want us to give you sympathy. Baby, you got a bed to sleep at, you got a car, you got a nice contract. It's plenty of people, me included, that would love to be able to have a full-time job like that, to sit down and talk on the air. That's easy. That's easy. And you can't get mad at Lauren because she coming in educated, very well spoken, understand her job, and for you to diss her unwarranted, it's crazy. Charlamagne said, don't listen to the comments because they can trick you out your spot. You getting tricked out of your spot. And guess what? You doing it. You being tested and you can't deal with people talking about you. So what about the comments? It was a person that was in this comment talking about, I wish you could look straight into the camera. And I ain't worried about that. Because them is trashy comments. And I went on and put that person on what? Time out. But it can't be up here. Either you go, my mother said a while ago, she said, you got to learn how to get out of people. Because the industry that you in, if you can't take criticism, you don't need to be doing this type of business. You don't need to be doing this type of business. You block them and you move on. But just coming up on the show and just going having this rant, it's crazy. I don't support that. It's stupid. It's stupid. And it don't make sense. Oh, I accidentally put somebody on timeout. I didn't mean to put on timeout. Oh no, I'd accidentally put chocolate cake on timeout. My bad, girl. Let me see if it'll do it in 10 seconds. Okay, I did it for 10 seconds. There we go. But just like when she was on the Breakfast Club, and I mean, she was going off, and DJ Envy was getting upset. Like, what are you going off? They was saying, and DJ Envy was right. They was saying for a long time, I don't like DJ Envy. He should be on there. He's boring on there with Charlamagne and Angela Yee. He's not a good spot. They said the same thing to Angela Yee. She ain't no Charlamagne. And then when Charlamagne would take off, people would say, it's boring. Oh, Charlamagne is missing. Oh, this is so boring. They would say that for years. And guess what? Who didn't get mad and went up on there and got mad? Guess what? You didn't hear DJ Envy get mad about that, nor Charlamagne. Not even Angela Yee. But Jess Hilarious, she reading them comments. She watching them YouTube videos. Stop it. You was blessed to have that position. There's plenty people, including myself, that will love to be on the Breakfast Club, that would love to be talking about other people's lives. It just doesn't. Just Hilarious. You have been on there not even a full year, and you having issues. Now I've criticized people doing shows. I'm the comments. I criticize people doing shows all the time. That's what I do. It was a show on Fox Soul, and it was an episode, a segment with Al Reynolds. And he was being nasty towards Armand. He was calling him boy, shut up, boy, something like that. And I brought it up on my show. Because me as the comments and me as the person that's watching the show, we see everything that's public. I don't know nothing that goes on privately. But publicly, we saw it on there. And then, Al tried to play it off for like, oh, I love Armand. We cool. They played it on the camera. But then, like, the next week, boy, 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 boy. You know what you're talking about. Boy, really? Boy. kept booing the guy, and I kept calling it out. Now, when it comes to the Breakfast Club, we are really going to see that Jess Hilarious probably will not be returning. And knowing her, she probably won't re-sign the contract because she feel like it's a lot of mess, it's a lot of stress and all that, and then Lauren probably will get the position. I said Lauren probably will get it. Me personally, I think this should go to Kendra G. I think she should get the position. My humble opinion, just my humble opinion, just my humble opinion. Just my humble opinion. I think that Kendra G and DJ Envy and Charlamagne should be on there. Because Charlamagne does a good job, DJ Envy does a good job, and I think a lot of people want Charlamagne to go back to where he was. Like, no, once the money start flowing in, you got your own podcast network, you got your own books, you're publishing. You don't want to go back to there smelling people chairs and doing all that kind of stuff. No, no. This ain't the time to be having your disgruntled and you going on there and you saying all this crazy stuff. This is not the time to do it when you have the position. Now, once you're done, okay, you can speak out. But speaking out when it's currently going on is crazy. At least I'm gonna wait until the show's over to speak out. Yeah, wait till the show over, then you speak out. Wait till it's over. But doing it on the show, make sure y'all when y'all come up here and like the video, it's crazy. You could tell that Charlamagne, you could tell that DJ Envy was over it. He was over it. And then you see Jess Hilarious, she crying. She up there, he up there crying. I mean, she up there crying. And it don't make sense. At all. It don't make sense at all. For Charlotte getting all these big interviews and it was rotation holds Daily Show, he can leave them at any time. Absolutely. No, the whole show I'm gonna talk about her issue. They did a segment where they mentioned the situation on the Breakfast Club. You know, so, when I'm gonna go viral for something, they have like a segment. So they gave it a segment. But you could tell that Jess Hilarious was offended. She feel like nobody's trying to hear her. She was like, and on my segment, Just With The Mess, why is she on my segment? Oh, Just With That. Who cares? If you can't hardly read, ding dong face, you got to get somebody on there that know how to read. You don't know how to pronounce the people names. If you have a problem with reading, they probably need somebody on there that know how to read. I'm just being real. You can't get mad at nobody but yourself. And it don't make sense. They said, why is that just problem reading? She just a ghetto. And people say that she ghetto or something like that. But what's going to happen? She going to trick herself out her own spot. And then she going to be doing all them shows, all them comedy shows. See, the reason why people are starting coming back to a lot of your comedy shows is because you're on the Breakfast Club. I'm just being real. And then you get booked to do the comedy shows a lot of the times because now you're on the Breakfast Club. You're on a bigger platform. But you can't get mad that they put Lauren on. That you can't get mad on about. because Lauren ain't put us up there. The higher ups did. The higher ups put her there. The higher ups did. More is her feminine energy. They need it. Is she seemed more professional, and that's what I'm saying. That's what they're gonna have. And Lauren, just keep doing what you're doing, girl, and be blessed, because you know how to be professional at the workplace. Jess Hilarious do not. She was given a gift of being on the #1 radio show in the nation. That's in all these radio markets, and she just taking it. She's just being crazy. They told her to just be here doing maternity leave. Then say she lied to her. Okay, but just take it. Ain't nothing to complain about. You on the show. Like I was telling the people on Fox Soul. I was telling the host as one of my criticisms. Just eat that up. That's a lot of money. You just sit there and talk for an hour. Eat it up. Get that bread. You have to be going live on your channel like that. Eat it up. But what happened? They kept bringing the drama. Kept bringing the drama. The drama kept doing. HR had to get involved. And you know what? They just canceled the whole entire show. Now with the Breakfast Club, they would just fire Jess Hilarious. And just do it and just do a good job. But ranting, let's just say you see the handwriting on the wall that you about to lose your job. Why do you have to let us know it? What can we do? People is out here struggling. People gotta get a house to live. They need food on the table. They one paycheck away of being homeless. They don't have time to be worried about you and somebody on your segment. We looking like why we should be concerned about that. Just why? Why should we be concerned about that? They clearly wanted to push her out, and it worked. Yeah, it worked. The Corey Holcomb guy said what he said, and it's like a domino effect. And Jess Hilarious she just coming in and just putting a nail into her future on that show. She just put a nail on the future of that show, just put a nail in the coffin of for her being there. And for what reason? She got to blame herself. There's no way in the world that you have an opportunity to have millions of people listening and you worried about a YouTube comment. You worried about a fellow comedian saying what he said. Ignore it. Keep being beautifully you. But no, you allow them comments get under your skin to argue with your coworkers that have more clout on the show than you. Just should be more girls. She will go back to the lab, get her reading skills up, and rebrand and come back better. She should. Like she's doing all of this for what reason? Why would you argue with your coworkers? Why? Why would you argue with the people that put a bug in the upper or higher up management to give you a position? Just why? It really just don't make sense. It don't make sense. And I get it. They say her hormones all over the place, but you cannot be bringing that to the workplace. You can't. Them white folks, them higher ups, ain't don't give a darn that you just had a baby, and you coming in being disrespectful. That's no excuse. That ain't no excuse for you to be coming in and act being ignorant. And then you'll say, well, you know, my hormones are all over the place. I just had a baby. You think the white folks care about that at that job? No. They will fire you in a second. They will fire you in a second. I'm not a woman, but what I'm saying, them people at that job don't care about that. You got to be professional. They will fire you in a heartbeat. And then you'll be able to deal with your hormones of you getting hot, hot flashes, menopause. You'll be able to deal with all that in the unemployment line. But you got to eat that up if you want to keep that position. You working Monday through Friday, being in that for a couple hours. It's not even a full 8 hour job. You really there for about what, 4 hours? Is it what, five? So let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You really there for about 5 hours of work. You there for 5 hours of work. 5 hours. They don't. She could have. She had her proper time off. Once she was off for like 3 months. Once she was off like 3 months, it could be grounds for a lawsuit because that wasn't allowed her. They that she wasn't allowed for her proper time off because they were scheming to place her during that time. I thought she had her proper time off. I really did. There's more maternity leave than a lot of normal people. Wow. Yeah, because the drama you guys bring for the people. Like they said, Envy and Charlotte should have talked to Jess Hilarious before it got this bad, but they like the drama. The drama brings the ratings up. I'm gonna say it again. The drama increases the ratings. The drama increases the ratings. So having the drama, it increased the ratings, and that's what they fought. That's what they love. It increased the ratings up. But Jess Hilarious coming up the Breakfast Club to doing what she did, it was crazy. It wasn't even called for to do that. It wasn't called for at all. Except still not watching it. I only look at her for real. It could be a play, but I doubt it. I think she really feels some type of way about Lauren. And Lauren wasn't even there today. Well, she probably was in the back doing editing work. They probably said, no, we ain't gonna put you up there today. They said the Breakfast Club hasn't been is for years. LOL. Yes, people haven't really been talking about it like that. I think on social media. I think he still do great radio numbers because it's still in a lot of markets. You could be in a lot in your city and hear the Breakfast Club wherever you at. They said not a big fan, but I'm glad to see you doing better. May God keep you safe. Thank you for coming through. They said I don't know why I still care about what they have going on. Absolutely, because I know I don't care. Because I don't feel sorry for Jess Hilarious at all. Because I'm like, you on a show, you want to do the show, you leave. You can't get mad that your replacement was doing a good job. Like when Wendy Williams was out and she was sick and she was having them big old eyeballs and grave disease or whatever she was going through, guess who was ready? Sherry Shepherd came. Sherry Shepherd did a good job hosting Wendy Williams' show, and they gave her her own show. Okay? They gave her own show and replaced Wendy Williams' time slot with Sherry Shepherd. And Sherry got her own show. They said, well, while there's an element of protection that they should have garnered, but obviously didn't. Okay. If y'all try to say, well, she just had a baby, it's postpartum depression, she having hormone issues, there's a lot of issues she's gonna be dealing with unemployment line, and that's why Wendy never liked to take off because of this. And facts, because you would get your replacement to come in and take over, and that's what happened. That's what happened. Her replacement came in and she did a good job, and people like her replacement. Wow, wow, wow. I'm a surgery on a 4/7 guest will only take 3 days off for this reason. Oh, wow. I'm definitely praying for you. See, like, just the problem. She didn't last long on Wildin' Out. See? Now they bring it up. She didn't last long on Wildin' Out because of this issue. I'm telling you, she the problem. You get people like that are always being an agent of chaos. Watch out for that. Being an agent of chaos. Watch out for that. And I'm just being real. But hey, just hilarious. When you lose your job, you have nobody to blame but yourself. When you lose your job, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Because if I was on there, I eat it up. Whatever them comments say, oh, he don't look directly at the camera. It's gonna be like, I'm here and you're there, and I'm gonna be continue to do my job. Show up every day early, ready for work, and doing my job well, and getting them fat checks, like my grandma used to say, them fat checks. You think I'm gonna be worried about a comment and you making a nice piece of money? Like, come on. That's crazy. Thank you, Queen B. More, for that. Go ahead, Wiley, Cement, and Rio. You sitting here, you going through all of this, and you got pricked for the position. Wow, that's a shame on her. You got the position, you got the job, and you tricking yourself out of your own spot. Absolutely, Chaz. Just check your channel out for real. Absolutely. Crazy. This may be your calling. Yes. Speak it. Speak it into existence. You got to worry about me because I'll be like, I show up there every day on time. And thank y'all so very much for tuning in to the Wiley Show. Y'all let me know, what do y'all feel about Jess Hilarious on the show? Going off on the Breakfast Club. Let me know in the comments. And I'll be back with another video. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first.